Hello and welcome to another Magic Sven video. I am running a little bit of Historic today. I've seen this Enchantress deck showing up on the ladder a bunch, so I wanted to give it a shot myself. This one was in a recent tournament run by André Santos. It's currently geared for best of 3, but I'm just going to run it through the best of 1 queue for now. Looks like it plays very similar to the Legacy Enchantress decks of old. So you've got Enchantress's Presence, and this is whenever you cast an enchantment spell, you draw a card. Important to see that it's cast, not when it enters play. And so this one was seeing Legacy play for a long time. Along with that, there's Sithis, Harvest Hand, which is sort of similar. Same cast, draw a card. You also gain 1 life. The Legacy version of this would be Argothian Enchantress, which had hexproof or Shroud. I think it was Shroud. Yeah, it was Shroud. So a little better to have Shroud than the gain 1, but the gain 1 does matter an awful lot. So we've got 2 draw engines. Then the lock combo is, if you haven't seen this before, Solemnity and 9 lives. Essentially 9 lives is saying whenever you're dealt damage, you get a counter on 9 lives instead. If there are 9 counters, you lose the game. Solemnity says that counters can't be put on enchantments. So these 2 cards together on the battlefield make an unstoppable force where you are not able to be damaged. Other cards in the deck, there's some removal, Banishing Light, Borrowed Time for troublesome permanents, Baffling End for small creatures, Rest in Peace. There is a lot of graveyard activity going around right now between all the Delirium and the Croxa decks. So Rest in Peace does put in a lot of good work, and I like that there's 3 main deck copies of it. Destiny Spinner helps against counter spells and is also a win condition on its own. Sanctum Weaver adds a ton of mana. You get X mana for each enchantment you control, so this can be tapping for like 4, 5, 6 mana at a time. A little bit of mana ramp and enchantment form. Sterling Grove, one of the most important cards in here. It essentially lets you tutor an enchantment up and put it on top of your library, but the other important thing here is the Shroud ability. Giving all your other enchantment shrouds really can lock the opponent out of the game. So if you get 2 of these, then they give each other Shroud. Plus Solemnity and 9 lives, that's basically a lock on this. They've got mass enchantment removal, which is pretty darn rare. The other win condition to actually close out the game is Sigil of the Empty Throne. Whenever you cast an enchantment, you get 4/4 Angel. Umari the Collector. Each card in the deck is actually an enchantment, so you get to run Umari Collector as a companion. And the -1 to each of the costs really does make a difference if you're going off and drawing a bunch of cards with your 2 draw engines. Yeah, and that's the deck. Let's take her for a spin. Here with Legacy Enchantress, we've got a pretty solid hand. The lands are kind of a problem, but we're going to keep it. Hopefully we get an untapped land on turn 2. That would be ideal, so we can get something like Sanctum Weaver going, and then Enchantress's Presence, and start drawing our deck. We're going to keep this one. Playing against Paco. Let's see what they got. Alright, we are against some kind of Gruul deck. So let's start off with, it's a little bit of a close call between these 2 lands. I need to maximize my chance that my second land comes in on tap, so doesn't matter too much, I don't think. I'm just gonna lead with Overgrown Farmland here. Burning Tree Emissary, please don't kill me. Don't do it. This is probably the Shamans deck. It's either Shamans or just straight up aggro beatdowns. Okay, so this is Shamans. They're going to look to double all these triggers. Unfortunately, we don't have our untapped land, so we're going to have to just play a Sunpetal Grove tapped. Yeah, this is looking real bad. I think we'll need to Baffling End this Harmonic Prodigy. So let's do that. Make sure we don't just lose to this card next turn. I will play a tapped Temple Garden, call it a turn. Then next turn I can do something like Sithis into another enchantment. See, if I'd let that stay out, then this would have doubled up, and then these triggers that ping me are going to double up as well. I'm still very likely to lose this game at this point. This is just going to be too much damage too fast. Sithis might be a decent out here, but I still think this is just not going to be enough. So we're going to play Sithis, and we're going to follow that up with... So Sanctum Weaver can't effectively block anything, but Destiny Spinner can, so there's that at least. In all likelihood, this is not enough. We get auto-pinged for 3, block, and we die. So that'll do it. Got Rage Forger smashed. It happens. Next round here, I like this hand. I think we've got a good plan of sit this into some enchantments, gain some life, draw some cards. Love it. I'm going to lead with the plains. All our lands will come in untapped from here on out. Johnny's welcome, so we've got a life gain deck on the other side. We're just going to play out the Sithis. They'll probably play a creature. This deck doesn't tend to run too much removal aside from like Skyclave, Apparition. Every once in a while you'll see an enchantment. But yeah, I expect more things like this. Terralassa, so they're going to be getting +1/+1s and drawing cards. That is fine. Ooh, Solemnity is actually really good. So, Solemnity, what do you think about that? And now this guy can't grow, so the amount of damage we're taking is way down. Okay, here's the apparition to get the Solemnity. We at least prevent this one counter from happening. We'll take our damage. And I think I'm just going to do something like Wolf. Well, I think I just want double Sterling Grove here. It's a decent chance they could do something like Skyclave if we don't have the Shroud on stuff. Sanctum Weaver makes things a little more interesting, though. Would I rather have a Sanctum Weaver out or another Sterling Grove to protect my current Grove? I don't mind if they want to Skyclave the one Grove. That's okay with me. Baffling End is a nice draw. Happy to see that one. His Ranger Captain probably gets a Soul Warden here. Looks like my Sterling Grove is going to live, though, so that's nice. Yep, there's the Soul Warden here. We do have to be careful of Heliod combo. Seems likely to be in their deck. Collected Company sure to be in there too. Maybe the new Cleric that is basically Collected Company could be there too. But I'm just going to jam enchantments and hope that that does enough, and it just well might, you know. So here, let's draw cards. 9 lives is good. It's unfortunate they took out our Solemnity. That would be pretty much GG. But we're just going to jam some more Sterling Groves, and we should have enough stuff to win the game soon. So if I played this Sterling Grove, draw more cards, gain more life. Have I played a land yet? I don't think I have, so I'm going to tap this for 5 white. We'll put out the Baffling End. Yeah, is there anything tricky I want to do? I don't... Could just play like 9 lives, take 4 counters on here, jam another Sterling Grove. That would stop me from losing to... Yeah, I think I like that actually. So we're going to do a 9 lives. Play Sterling Grove. And we'll use this last mana to crack this and get Solemnity. Now everything's got hexproof. They can't really deal us that much damage, I don't think, that fast. So we'll get our Solemnity, put on top. I'll play this land. Pass the turn. No attacks, and we've got double Grove up, so there's really no way to Skyclave their way out of this. I think that should pretty much be the game. See if my opponent agrees. Should I block this? Is there any way to pump it? No. Okay, and yeah, they see the writing on the wall. Get in their dailies, attack me, and we're going to call that a victory. Here we are on the play. We've got a hand that certainly has a lot of Sterling Groves in it. Yeah, it's even got Sun Petal Grove. This is Grove.deck. I think we're gonna mulligan this. We need like actual cards that do things. So this looks a lot better. Do we have any sort of companion over there? They might be a Gruul deck. They've got the Gruul insignia. How do we feel about our bottom? We're definitely keeping. I think I don't want the second Sanctum Weaver, even though it's like kind of close between land and Weaver, I think. All these overgrown farmlands are kind of sad. I guess I could keep it and hope that that's enough, but also I don't have that many enchantments, so I don't know, it doesn't seem that exciting. We're gonna just do this. Close call, for sure. They are indeed some sort of Gruul deck, so Stomping Grounds. Do I want to just run out this guy? Yes, I do. Why not? Why not? I'm here to play Magic the Gathering. What do you think about the Harvest hand? Most of Gruul stuff needs like creatures to kill things. Not play with fire though. But honestly, that's okay. I've got Enchantress's presence. It's totally fine. Everything's fine. It's all fine. Okay, so it looks like this is the Shaman deck too. I'm just playing Shaman Land today. Alright, well, Harmonic Prodigy is living on borrowed time, I think. Happy to draw that. Don't want to see that guy doing its business. Next turn, we'll play Sanctum Weaver, return Umari to our hand. Ooh, they took 2 damage. I think that probably means we've got Collected Company out here. They could do like a Narcomancer into Collected Company. This is still a lot of damage. Oh no. Why does this keep happening to me? What have I done to deserve this? Thing with like 9 lives is it's still like not that good against Rage Forgers. They'll just like each creature gets in 3 pings now when it attacks. Okay. I'm just dead. Just like dead on board because I take 2, 4, 6. I can play this and block. That doesn't seem very good. I think I'm just dead. Well, okay, let's see if we draw a removal spell off our Sanctum Weaver. We drew a Sterling Grove off our Sanctum Weaver. I don't think that's going to do it. We'll see if they can figure out the line here that they have to attack with all. Well, Seasoned Pyromancer. Okay. Just drawing casual 2 cards. I've got all the answers. You should play around everything. I could have all kinds of enchantments. Oh, okay, they figured it out. Alright, GG's. Back for the next round, playing against Rao. I've seen this one before. I always wonder if it's a guy I watch that plays Mario videos. This hand looks, yeah, I'd say pretty good. We've got a lot of early answers. Rest in Peace will be good if it's against the right matchup. We are missing our draw engine, but you know, so it goes. We'll find something, I'm sure. Another red deck. Ugh, all these aggressive red decks coming for me and my enchantments. I don't like it, I tell you. So we play Scattergrowth first because it's Forest Plains, so then our Sun Petal come in untapped. Play Baffling End on one of these guys, probably the Soulscar Mage. Almost assuredly. What if they've got like a Shock or something? I think they probably do, which is why I'm definitely not going to play the Harvest hand out. or the Sanctum Weaver. It's just going to be baffling, and this deck's like chock full of 1 mana, do 2 damage burn spells. So, let's just take out Soulscar Mage. Once they see this, they're probably going to just jam it in my face. They do want to get a couple of spells in the yard for Get2 Lavamancer. So there's the Wizard's Lightning. Yeah, it's a close call whether they should have run this out last turn or not. I think they probably made the right play given my colors. Green-white can really only be the enchantment deck, or it can be the creature collected company decks. And I think the collected company decks are far more prevalent. Okay, so things are going poorly. They've got a Chain Whirler ready to go. I don't have any mana. Alright, let's play out the Sithis. All likelihood this is going to get burned. I will block Fashino Pyromancer if I have to. I will do it. Well, okay. Let's think. So, how much life is Sithis going to gain me? 1. Answer is 1. So, would I rather take a damage and draw a card? 2, 4, 6. Answer's probably yes. Yeah. Okay, there's the land. That is good. Draw a card. I'm going to tap land, which is a little unfortunate. Well, they're going to take out this Chain Whirler here. No attacks. This time we probably will have to block. Now we absolutely have to block. Get that guy off the field. And I'm probably dead. I think I'm dead. Yeah, we're not able to get 9 lives, so nothing to be done here. Too much aggressive red decks. Don't want to see any more of that. If that can stop, that would just be great. Here for the next round, we've got another hand full of tap lands. You don't love that. I mean, opponent goes first. We're going to be on the draw. Sanctum Weaver, if we get that out, it'll do a lot of work. I did cut 1 Rest in Peace for the 4th Baffling End, just because we've been seeing all this aggro on the ladder. I don't think we can mulligan this, though. We've got a draw engine. We've got mana. So, we're going to try it out. Still feels like it could end poorly. We've got a Den of the Bugbear over there, so that probably means something with attacking creatures that are attacking me. Yep, goblins. Okay, okay. Let's run this Scattered Grove, so then the farmland will come in untap next turn. Ooh, so it looks like they're a red-black version of this deck. Start here. It's too bad we don't have Sithis. Probably just want to get... Well, I think I might want to get my mana online. So this is when goblins die. How likely are they to have a way to make a bunch of goblins die? I think I also want to just expand my mana out as much as I can, so I'm going to do Sanctum Weaver. Did draw this goblin, which kills my guy. That's rude. Very rude, I would say. Extremely rude. Alright, so got another Snoop. Take 4. Sterling Grove. So, really wanted another land there. This next turn we're taking 2, 4, 6, 7. 7 damage is a lot of damage. Alright, let's play the Grove, followed by the Spinner. We got another Mons on top. I wonder if, when they legend rule, do they do damage? Probably. Good news is that Spinner is kind of like stopping these attacks right now, which is nice. Really just want to draw lands this turn. I think I want to block a Snoop. Hoping to not get Chain Whirlered. Yeah, didn't want to block the Mons because I can just play the other one. Don't Chain Whirler me. Don't do it. Ooh, Muxus on top. Okay, so it does do the damage. Oh, it does 2 damage. Rude. Alright. Probably just dead. I think we have to play the Presence. Presence, and then I think a Rest in Peace to turn off this call. No attacks, of course. Oh, the Goblin on the top only deals damage to creatures, so no worry about it just doming me. So they've got a land, they're just going to slam Muxus. I'm hoping they just have something that's not that good. Den of the Bugbear, is that just lethal on its own? I think it might be. So this is 246, yikes. Yep, we are dead, so. Dead, 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 dead. Alright, we'll try again next round. Back for the next round, and I decided to try out the best of 3 queue. I've just been wondering if this Enchantress is a little too slow for the best of 1, or at least it needs to be geared differently if we're going to go that way. So I'll try it out on a best of 3. We've up against the Luris deck here, so that feels good for our Rest in Pieces. We're going to play first. And we've got a nice draw, so the Rest in Peace is out there. We're going to keep the 7. Lead with the Overgrown Farmland. Traditionally, Enchantress decks tend to be a little land light because you draw a lot of lands as you're going through with your draw engine. But, you know, I do also want to be able to cast all my spells. I think the mana ramp is more important right now than getting out the Rest in Peace. It seems like this is a white weenie deck. In which case, I'd rather have the other stuff online. Ooh, Suspicious Stowaway. Very suspicious indeed. Yeah, I think I want to just Baffling End this. So I'll do something like put this here. Baffling End. Get out of here. No card advantage for you. Not allowed. We'll see what we can do. If I can just play, if they don't like have anything that exciting, SRAM is not what I was expecting. So they're an Enchantress deck of sorts as well. Alright, I'm just going to play the Sigil here and see if making a bunch of angels will be good enough. They don't have a ton of ways to just attack or get through the damage. Flying's usually the most common way. I guess the Suspicious Stowaway was the new tech. Okay, there's the Spirit Dancer. And a Staggering Insight. So they're going to draw a lot of cards. 2 more. The whole hand is refilled. Nine lives, huh? Okay, okay, okay. Let's start off with this here. Make angels. Sterling Grove. Rip. Graveyards be gone. I'm going to set a stop on my upkeep so I can sack the Sterling Grove if I want to. We'll see if they've got removal or what. Curious Obsession, sure. And I'm perfectly happy just to chump with Angels, too. I think they could be very likely to have an unblockable enchantment, though. The blue deck has a little more of that, I think, going on. Staggering Insight, sure. That I don't mind. Yep, that's a big old chumparooski. So I've got 6 mana right now, which is unfortunately 1 less than I'd like. Let's see what they discard here. Looks like a bunch of lands. I'm not going to sack the Sterling Grove now. Let's just draw. Go to main. I think I do want to run out the 9 lives. Do I want to play my Grove? Yeah, seems good. Not sure what they have in the way of enchantment removal. Doesn't seem like there'd be much. Play this tapped and get Umari back to hand here. Set the stop again. No attacks. They're jamming their guys. Hushbringer. I don't think that... Yeah, this doesn't really affect me. Looks like they're just going to try and get rid of 9 lives the old-fashioned way. Draw more cards, too, while they're at it. And I am ready to go grab that. Yep, okay, so they see it, they don't have an out. Alright, what do we want? Cleansing Nova is kind of funny. Yeah, the removal seems good. This authority doesn't seem like where I want to be. Instant or sorceries aren't really happening. Does this affect all enchantments? Other enchantments you control? No, okay. Sometimes with these old cards you don't know if it's everything or just you. Sigil, I don't think that's where I want to be. I think Gideon's Intervention could be fine. And this is better against an aggro deck. I think we can scale down on the Rest in Peace, at least by 1. Destiny Spinner, I don't think is where I want to be. They're going to have a giant guy. Anything else seem bad? It's basically, would I rather have the second Rest in Peace or the first Intervention? I think I'd rather have the first Intervention. Though I do like just having 2-mana enchantments. Alright, now we'll try this. Bunch of tap lands. Story of the deck, huh? Sad, sad, sad. Okay. We're still gonna keep it. We've got mana and Sanctum Weaver and Sithis. Hopefully just get to run this out on turn 2. 9 lives, huh? Be interesting to see what kind of tech is coming out from their side. There's the Spirit Dancer. Okay, we got this card online. Let's get our Sithis out there. If they have Intervention, I'm not sure how that... Does that remove all abilities? I think it does. There's the Obsession. If they leave up 1 blue, then it seems likely that they have a protection spell. Nope, they're just jamming them all on there. Okay, now we really want an untapped land. I'll take my 9 damage. Sure, why not? And just hope we get there. Land? Ah, curses. Alright, tap land. Sanctum Weaver. Draw. There's my untapped land. Rude. No tax. Portable Hole. That probably goes on the Sithis. No, the Weaver. Okay, okay. I think I'm going to have to be forced to block this. Oh, I'm just dead. Alright, got me. Couldn't draw the land. Didn't get there. Dead, 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 dead. Is there an argument for cleansing Nova? If I name enchantments, I feel like I'm just, like, wrecking myself. I wouldn't be surprised if they boarded out their dog. If I do the cleansing Nova, then I lose out on Umori. I think we're just keeping it as is. Alright, playing first. Alright, so no draw engine. I think I should have cut some sigils now that I'm thinking about it. We do have 9 lives, though, and we have 2 groves. So it should be possible to assemble our combo. I do like 9 lives in this matchup, too. Yeah, I really don't want a mulligan. I just hate mulliganing. Not into it. It's not my thing. It's not what I do. Why start now? Alright, start with the Grove. Tap lands, tap lands. Everybody's got the tap lands. Okay, Elsiod is fine. There's a presence. The presence of a presence. We just need land off the top, and we're feeling good. Feeling good about ourselves. Taking 1 damage. All good. Alright, that's what we wanted. Okay. Yes to paying 2 life. And we're not under pressure, so I'm just happy to run out Enchantress's presence. They had priority there. I don't think you can target Elsiod with itself. Okay, there's Spirit Dancer. Yeah, I'd rather just like nix this Spirit Dancer. Just get it out of here. I don't want it around. Don't really want you to draw cards. There's Shram. And the Obsession on the Elsiod. So let's see if they have a land to leave up. They do not. Okay. I think I'm just going to Baffling End here. Get out my second Grove. I still don't see a need to, like, sack this Grove just yet. Okay, they're drawing cards. I just don't see a enchantment sweeper coming from that side. I believe 9 lives does stop this too. Because it prevents the damage, and this only works if damage is dealt. They do have Counterspell. That's okay. Solemnity. So, do I want to just sack the Grove? Arcane Flight, okay. Taking a bunch of damage here. Don't really want to see them just pass here. Okay, now what? I probably just have to draw. We're going to play the Overgrown Farmland. Try for the Gideon's Intervention. It's another counterspell. Okay. Resolves. No attacks. Discard. Discard. Geez, how many cards are in my hand? 10? Second Sithis. What's going on here? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I've just got too many selected. There we go. Get out of here, Temple Guard. Alright, let's see if they can kill me. All that glitters does it. I'm gonna put this stop back here. I don't care about score a Pirate Dancer. Sure. No, all that glitters. No, all that glitters. Sentinel's Eyes. That's fine. I think that should do it. Okay, yes, we are good. Take our 10. Got our stop here. Sack. Get 9 lives. Draw. Go to main. Grove. Nine lives. You gotta watch the size of your deck with these kind of things. And Solemnity. No attacks. We definitely want to discard Temple Garden. I think I'll keep the Grove. Okay, and they don't have an out to all this action going on. All right, so that did feel a little bit better against in a best of three. At least I didn't play against a red aggro deck, so there's that. That felt nice. Good to just see some enchantments on the other side of the battlefield. We just want to see more enchantments. Um, yeah, this deck was fun. I think it probably does do better in the best of three queue. If you're seeing a lot of aggressive decks on the ladder, you're probably looking at a harder time. The Baffling Ends help, but things like Banishing Light are just like a little bit too slow for dealing with those aggressive decks. Um, it does seem like this combo is pretty well positioned right now. I don't think there's a lot of enchantment removal out there, so once you get going, you're pretty much a lock to win. It's just a matter of can you get going. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time.